With a surplus of marketplace products going on all over the place, it's about time to take a peek to see what exactly is new. But before we go deeper, hello and welcome if this is your first time to the channel. Go ahead and subscribe for further notifications on flight simming, updates, patches, releases, anything at all that's related to flight simulation. You've come to the right place. 4 items of interest would be introduced today in this episode. An aircraft by ATSimulations, which is the Focke Wulf, an amazing airport from JustSim, which is the Helsinki Vantaa airport, 2 products from Orbx which are quite interesting, which include the Bastia-Poretta airport as well as the Paris landmarks, which is going to be out soon in January. ATSimulations, right after the first release, have developed another interesting product, which is the Piaggio P149. The P149 in short, which is an Italian utility and liaison aircraft, has been built under the license by Focke Wulf in West Germany. This is an interesting 50s aircraft and it's been used by the German Air Force, mainly that was utilized as a trainer. Very seldom were they sold for civilian purposes, particularly by Swiss Air, operated in Zurich of course. It comes along with 9 interesting liveries, along with notable features that include original sounds that have been accurately recorded in order to maintain the originality under the interior areas as well as the exterior areas of the plane. This also includes sounds of cockpit levers, switches and knobs that can bring another dash of realism towards experiencing flight simulation. This is sold for almost $25 and you can purchase this at the ATSimulations website. Our team got a chance to experience this aircraft over the simulator and they couldn't be impressed with the way it performs and handles in different areas of the world. While the development is 100%, it feels like a little more cosmetic improvements are necessary and we hope to see a version 2 appear that can look much more realistic on the exterior surface of the plane. Next up in line is JustSim, which is another exciting developer, and remember one thing guys, our goal is to showcase and feature the best content out there. So we get the majority of the products from the developers themselves, but our main objective is to showcase the best products that can give you the best value for what you pay. We don't showcase all the products, interesting ones certainly, but mainly the ones which have exceptional quality. So JustSim is definitely there in our list, and they have introduced the Helsinki Vantaa airport, which have delivered quite well in details surrounding all areas of the airport. You would also need to check the Hamburg airport that has a lot of details involving surrounding areas as well as performance. One of the interesting facts about airports are performance as well as quality, and JustSim can always promise you good performance and quality because many airports have seen downgrades in frames per second that can be quite aggravating. With the Helsinki Vantaa airport, this is their newest addition towards the simulator. This airport is located in Finland, that's home to Finnair, and also welcomes other Asian carriers across Europe and Asia. The airport consists of good utilization of development tools with buildings in place, custom lightings around the airport. In addition to that, a good amount of texture work on the ground as well as all over the airport can be found with good modeling. Dynamic lighting is inclusive along with the airport clutter to bring a better way of realism. You can find a lot of airport vehicles that always add to another ounce of excitement and reality. Sold at almost $22, you can purchase this specific airport at Sim Market. You can find the details in the description below. Do give it a try as the quality is quite exceptional. Next up in line is the Orbx Bastia-Poretta airport. Once again guys, Orbx is one of the top developers for Microsoft Flight Simulator. Matteo Veneziani, who's led a good team in order to develop this project, has put in much more extra details towards developing the specific airport that can give a good break towards the French Mediterranean islands of Corsica that's been located not far from the mountains over the coast. The airport consists of detailed texturing that include realistic 3D models which can give a good feel of some life in the airport with accurate architectural designs. They've been very well planned and implemented within the simulator with the help of better texture mapping. This is definitely needed and Orbx can use the most of it as they have the best tools to develop. Along with that, they've implemented good realistic night lighting and other interesting aspects that surround the airport, and you shouldn't be surprised to see dynamic taxiway lighting. Pretty much every detail of the airport is well covered in order to relate it to the actual airport. This is sold at almost $19. You can find this interesting item at Orbxdirect. The top features of this airport include well-detailed PBR textures, the use of custom ground poly in order to make sure that it's more accurate as possible, a good rendition of the actual airport covering details, dynamic lighting, as well as static aircrafts. Another interesting item from Orbx is the Paris landmarks, which has not been introduced yet. Of course, this is Orbx we're talking about again, which is one of the primary partners towards Microsoft Flight Simulator, who are interested to take Microsoft Flight Simulator to another different level. So this pack is set to be released during January specifically, as the last testing efforts are still going on. A good team with Tony Wrublewski have been managed to get around 200 points of interest, guys. That's a lot of points of interest, and specifically within these 200 points of interest, they're going to be more than a dozen points of interest, and the exact number is 15 with incredible details. So it's important to remember that when it comes to landmarks, a lot of times performance can hit towards your experience. A very good example is Dreswicki Design. Our team got an opportunity. Guys, only the quality of the landmark looks good for Chicago landmarks under Dreswicki Designs. However, it was pretty bad at performance. So you need to be careful when you always purchase products. Dreswicki Designs was very awful in terms of performance. The frames per second were in the lower teens. And Orbx is very good in terms of performance and quality because they make sure that they can balance these two things well. So you wouldn't see any issues while you experience these landmarks specifically under Orbx because the frames per second is not hit. And some of the key features to mention in this specific map is that it has 15 highly detailed points of interest. In total, a sum total of 200 medium detailed points of interest are included. External night lighting, along with that custom ortho imagery across the city of Paris, a beautiful city, and also extensive terraforming coverage. So pretty much a good package from Orbx, a very well-known developer, guys. You can't go wrong with Orbx, who's been producing really good content, and we can't be much more excited to see many more content coming from Orbx. We don't have the details specifically about the price as well as the release date, but once we do, we're gonna post it as soon as possible and let you know. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you haven't subscribed yet, I would suggest you do for more notifications on flight simming, patches, releases, anything at all that's related to flight simming. This is your place. So stay tuned and take care. We're gonna expect many more things coming across Microsoft Flight Simulator. Have a good one, guys.